What is this, you may ask? And I will tell you, this is the most photographed piece of concrete in the US, in Americas, maybe even in the world, even though maybe the Berlin Wall is number one. So, what does all this mean? Well, the good folks of Key West, Florida, put this piece of concrete here to denote the southernmost point of the continental United States. I will talk about it later, but for now, let's have a look. A lot of people here, right? And yes, there are a lot of people. About 2 million of them visit Key West every year, and virtually everyone comes here to take a picture or take a selfie. If you do come here and don't take one, please let me know. You will join a very small group of folks who did not take a picture here. So, what is the story behind the sign? Originally, the southernmost point was marked and identified by a small hand-painted wooden sign. The sign would attract travelers to the southernmost point in the United States, and many would take pictures in this area. And this popular wooden sign, denoting the southernmost point, had been repeatedly stolen over the years, in addition to being damaged by hurricanes. The frequent theft became an exhausting and costly burden to the city of Key West. And to solve this ongoing problem, the town of Key West decided to put a 20-ton anchored concrete buoy here in 1983. Even though there may have been another solution, let's have a look. So this village in Austria had the same problem like Key West. Their sign was stolen over and over and over again. And they tried the same solution like Key West. They made a reinforced sign, they anchored it in concrete, but no luck. It was stolen again and again. So what did they do? They rebranded themselves. They call the village Fugging now. But that obviously would not work with Key West. Why would they rename the southernmost point? What would be the point, pun intended. The village itself is more than 1,000 years old and didn't have problem with its name until the advent of the internet and social media. People started coming like crazy. And it was all because of the British tourists. As one local said, Americans came to see the place where The Sound of Silence, the movie, was shot. Germans came to see Mozart's birthplace in Salzburg, and British came to see fugging or effing. There was even a local guy who started selling t-shirts with a logo that read, "I love effing," in Austria. And European Union granted a trademark to a brewery that started producing a beer called Effing Hell. So there had to be a radical action, and the action was, as I said, to rename the village.
Come on, it'll be $1 million right there.
Yeah!
As you can see, the place is extremely popular with tourists. Actually, more southern part of Key West Island exists and is publicly accessible. It's the beach area of Fort Zachary Historic State Park, approximately 500 feet further south than the marker. By the way, also the big island of Hawaii is further south than Key West, but it's not part of the continental United States. And eventually there is another place, and it said it's a land on the Truman Annex property just southwest of the buoy, and they say it's the true southernmost point on the island. But it has no marker since it is US Navy property and cannot be entered by civilians. Finally, the true southernmost point in Florida, as well as in the continental US, is actually 10 miles away at Ballast Key Island, south and west of Key West. So, is this really a smart PR by the city of Key West? And does it really matter? Well, as they say, the Key West is the state of mind. So as far as I'm concerned, a little creativity with the facts and more and most photographed piece of concrete is a huge attraction. And if you don't buy into all this, just get a drink at Sloppy Joe's and maybe you will change your mind. Or just enjoy beautiful beaches and amazing ocean views and you will be fine. So I think this is it for today. So thank you very much for watching. Take care and see you next time.